Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Holy moly, what an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Look, there's some stuff going on in the XRPL community. And like I said in my video earlier, hooray. Because it's about time that we have some open dialogue and conversation. It's about time that we decide to as a community, of investors, of validators, of node operators, of companies running and building stuff on the XRPL ledger. We have an open discussion and dialogue. It's important. 13, 14, 28 validators, they might not think about everything. They might not come up with every possible solution, pros and cons. Ripple, the company, might not come up with the answer or solution. This is a new financial system. This ain't the stock market. It's a new financial system. Things are done differently here. You can't bring that old way of owning stock into this new financial system. It's different. It's completely different. So I'm glad that we're able to have some open dialogue. Apparently, We'd say Win and a team from XRPL Labs had submitted, I don't know, is it a proposal? Is it an amendment? I have no idea. But they came up with a solution for a new infrastructure model for the XRPL ecosystem. I'm going to share it with you. It's pretty lengthy. I do want to share it with you, but I just want to remind you that active participation is active participation. I do not in any way, shape, form, or fashion believe that 28 dudes can figure it out. Some of those 28 dudes are just merely wake up in the morning, turn on some stuff, and go about their life. How is that a value add in terms of critical thinking? No, it takes a community. It takes a community to do that. So anyway, Zaman Wallet said this is without a doubt the most monumental upgrade to the XRPL infrastructure since its inception. Don't miss out on this proposed change to the XRPL public infrastructure. Of course, every time I do that, this is what comes up. So there's a little blog there that we're going to go over. But Panos had this to say about this post from, people from XRPL Labs. He says, this proposal by XRPL Labs was made in September. I believe it's one of the best and most important proposals in the history of the XRPL. It's time to improve the infrastructure and build a sustainable ecosystem. I agree 1000%. I get it. David is smart. I get it. When it comes to technology, I get it. He's smart. When it comes to building stuff and creating, some genius in motion, I get it. He's smart. Ask him how his trading is doing. Ask him what kind of trade. Ask him some other stuff. My point to that is he doesn't know everything. He's not great at everything. He can't come up with all the answers. And we shouldn't expect that from him. And we also shouldn't just turn off our own critical thinking and just become fanboys and fangirls like the XRP content creators have become. I should say the XRP entertaining content creators, right? Have become. So Panel said this, and I think it's hugely important. He said it's time to improve the infrastructure and build a sustainable ecosystem. He asked, we'd say any idea when this is coming, and I think he did respond to that. But of course, every time I hit on this, we said when the entire stack has been picked, tested, and is doing well. So now I'm about to start gluing it all together. Haven't been able to spend as much time on it as I wanted because I've been spending lots of time on the survival and future of XRPL Labs the past month. So panel says this is amazing, happy to contribute and provide any resources and devs if needed. So look, I'm not going to pretend to understand all of this, but this is the blog, XRPL Infrastructure Overhaul proposal, the XRPL Infrastructure Overhaul, building a sustainable ecosystem. Since the inception of the XRPL, since its inception, I should say, the XRPL community has stood as a beacon of blockchain innovation. However, like all trailblazers, we've navigated our fair share of challenges. The need for a robust and scalable public infrastructure has been at the heart of these challenges. Today, we introduce you to our planned infrastructure overhaul. This isn't just a technical upgrade, it's a strategic move to reshape the very foundation of the XRPL, ensuring a sustainable, efficient, and inclusive future for all participants. It's important to understand it. Saying inclusive for a reason. For a reason. Right? Like we've been saying on this channel. For a freaking reason. It's look, this stuff is coming out for a reason, because perhaps the idea of no incentive is the best incentive was not correct. Does it mean somehow that David is trash? Is he somehow garbage? Is he all of a sudden not a good person? Is he all of a sudden not a genius and with a genius mind and be able to articulate very, very complicated things to the average Joe and Jane? No. It just means that perhaps that idea was not correct. That's it. You don't have to feel like you're giving up, you know? You know, you don't have to feel like you've been wronged and turn your back on David now. Like some of these entertaining content creators get wrong once and it's like the world is over. We can't be good anymore. Good night. The infrastructure conundrum, understanding the problem. Infrastructure management within the blockchain realm presents a complex web of challenges beyond mere technicalities. It's about creating a system that's resilient, adaptable, and primed for future growth. Yet the current infrastructure, while advanced, often grapples with flexibility and efficiency issues, failing to motivate and yield profitable outcomes for infrastructure hosts, as it lacks the incentive to contribute. Moreover, the XRP ledger, bolstered by its native DEX, is a consensus network that requires immense storage capacity for some use cases. This is a paradox, especially given the swift 4-second ledger close time demonstrating its efficiency. Now, look, I get it. You can point to the challenges that happen with Ethereum and the EVM, and you can point to the challenges that happened with Bitcoin. But now that you're aware of those challenges, what can you do to avoid the challenges? Now that you're aware of them. You tried something. It's not working. Clearly, it's not working. And one of the reasons I contend that one of the reasons that it's not working is because not only did you not incentivize or in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you belittled them. How? Because you said, oh, no. We're going to take a look at a thing first. And then if we give it the blessing, then we're going to let you vote on it. Think about that. Financial implications and bottlenecks. Let's see. These aren't merely potential technical hiccups. The issue is rather binary. The system can either process transactions and fetch historical data seamlessly, or it can't. Over time, this can chip away at the trust users place in the XRPL. And the reason why I only read the last paragraph of that, because it's, it says financial implications and bottlenecks. On the financial front, the weight of infrastructure management is massive. Companies, both big and small, find themselves sinking substantial funds into private infrastructure, often without seeing a direct return, and stuck relying on a third party. So it says here, our future blueprint at XRP Labs, our vision extends beyond mere transactions or efficient systems. We envision an eco where businesses can scale, individuals are rewarded for the contributions, and the entire community thrives sustainably. The approach says right here, our infrastructure revamp is our comprehensive solution to these challenges. More than just an upgrade, it's a rethinking of our infrastructure's potential. XRPcluster.com. Anyway, so here's some stuff here that some of us are not going to understand. There's XRPL cluster to the XRPL Foundation. So by designing, writing, and subsequently donating both the code and intellectual property of the new software to power XRPL cluster to the XRPL Foundation, we're paving the way for all users, from the businesses to individual contributors, to operate, profit from, and leverage their private infrastructure. Monetization and incentives. Historically, while there have been many skilled individuals and entities capable of contributing to the XRPL infrastructure, the lack of money and tangible incentives has been a deterrent. The argument that you should host your own node because you use the XRPL has not been persuasive enough. We tried it. We tried a thing, and it hasn't worked. That's essentially what the deal is. You don't have to throw shade on anyone or at anyone. And again, cool. Let me run it because I want to run it. Cool. Well, let me vote on proposals because I want to vote on them. Not without having to, go through the Ripple gate. I mean, it's easy to understand that that's massively a part of it. Massively a part of it. What if 27 out of 28 of those dudes wanted smart contracts? I don't know how many validators are. I'm just saying, what if 95% of them wanted smart contracts? What if 95% of them are frustrated? Not only are they coming out of pocket to support infrastructure and provide infra, but they wanted this thing and didn't even get a chance to vote on a thing. Because someone says or believes that they know better. It's a problem. It wasn't thought through. Through the infrastructure revamp, we've introduced a paradigm shift. Instead of relying on third-party hosting sites where only a few make profit, we're rebuilding the XRPL cluster software from the ground up. So I'm not going to go into all of it. Definitely, I'll leave a link in the description to this thing, but I think it's hugely important. It says, through this contribution to the XRPL, we're committed to ensuring every participant, regardless of their magnitude, gains value and recognition within the XRPL ecosystem, right? My guy Jungo hinted at a bit of nepotism going on. That's not a great look. That's we're supposed to be a new financial system. This is supposed to be about a level playing field, an open and permissionless public blockchain. You got some nepotism going on. Not great. All right. So this adopt and know thing is interesting to me. So celebrating the adopt and know initiative. I had not heard about this. Is this what this is here? Never heard of it. This adopt and know thing. Anyway, apparently somebody's heard about it. Maybe I missed it. There's been people contributing to this kind of thing since 2021. I saw John Deaton's name in here, but anyway, I'm guessing this is kind of part of it. This become a financial contributor, top financial contributors, this type of thing. I don't know how it's all going to play out here, but it is interesting that you can adopt an entire node, keep a node running, contribute. So, interesting stuff. We'll see how it goes, but I'm glad we're having a dialogue. I'm glad we're having a conversation. I think it's hugely important that we do. And like my guy Yassine Mobarak said, this is massively important. I've been involved in this ecosystem since the early days of 2013. It's sad and shameful to see how Ripple mishandled the incentives concept in the XRPL, how they passed on the concept of programmable transfer of value before ETH even existed. They passed on it. How they continued to milk, the escrow account without meaningful benefit to the ecosystem and public ledger. He says, there, I said it. Look, you got dudes hanging out in yachts. You got people selling nearly $20 million homes. Right. And maybe we've all turned a deaf ear and a blind eye to it all. I don't know. I don't know. But in any case, we can't have, like I said, a centralized entity. There's where I said right here. I said, it's really awesome to have some dialogue about this. But until more people like Yassine speak the truth, nothing will matter. You can't have a single centralized entity, Ripple, calling all the shots and be the single driver of the XRPL. Validators are just people with crap going on in their lives. It's cool to be running a foundation, head of a foundation. You got your cushy multiple six-figure gig at Ripple, and you got XRP, and you got Ripple stock. That's quite a life. And perhaps things aren't as important to you as it is to other people in the XRPL ecosystem. Maybe things aren't as dire or are of a pressing nature to you, the Ripple employee, running a foundation and running divisions at Ripple with your bags of XRP and your Ripple stock and your six-figure and your multiple six-figure incomes. Maybe you feel like we got time. So in any case, meanwhile, like I did in a video a couple months ago, the XRPL is playing catch up. You could say that we had a central limit order book. The ecosystem is playing catch up. There aren't even a tenth, 1/100th of developers as compared to other major blockchains. We're not even at 1/100th in terms of projects as compared to others. And the XRPL was the second blockchain ever created. You understand? So maybe, it's time to look inward and figure it out. So there it is there. I hope that this wraps up your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. Shout out to the XRPL Labs and the team there for wanting to get a thing done, for looking to come up with not just the challenge, but the solution. Some people just They just got the challenge, man. They want to reiterate the challenge and reiterate the problem and put blame on this person, put this in. And the team over there, it seems like to me, are willing to come up with some solutions. So I say bravo. And again, I'll say bravo to Hugo and the team over at Flare Networks. Because like I said on my post earlier today, maybe Ripple needs to take a page and look into the playbook of how Hugo and the team laid it all down, put it all down. All right, fam, listen, this wraps up your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. It really helps with the algorithm on YouTube. And if you've been hanging out, watching the Crypto Seeds, and you have enjoyed those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.